I'm Anastasia. Welcome to the University Writing Center's video on how to write a thesis statement. If you would like to skip ahead or move backward in this video, use the table of contents located below the video. Closed captioning can be turned on by clicking the CC icon located on the bottom right of the video. We will be discussing several aspects of writing thesis statements. First, we will discuss what a thesis statement is supposed to do. Next, we will discuss a few useful strategies used to develop successful thesis statements. And finally, we will give examples of successful and weak thesis statements and talk about why they are effective or not. Thesis statements go by many names depending on what kind of writing is being talked about. In scientific papers, a hypothesis is a formalized version of a thesis, giving a suggested reason for why something is the way that it is. In a persuasive or argumentative paper, the thesis serves a similar function, to give the reader a clear idea of how the author thinks something works. Most college writing assignments will expect that the essay is organized around a thesis statement, which will help establish your argument and make it clear. A thesis statement should also give your readers a clear roadmap to understanding your main argument and interpreting the evidence you will present later in your paper. Thesis statements are more than just a statement. A good thesis statement needs to make a debatable claim, because you'll be arguing for that throughout your paper. The claim means you're taking a position within the argument that you're making. This position is the central point that is being made. This position is the unifying claim for your whole piece of writing. You can often discover what your position is by asking yourself, what do I want my reader to know after reading my piece of writing? The claim needs to have a good explanation that focuses on a single topic. This is why you need to avoid general factual statements, because these cannot establish your argument. Your claim is the most important part of your thesis because this is going to set up what you will be arguing in your paper. You are convincing your reader of the validity of your claim with the evidence you are presenting in your paper, which is why your thesis needs to be a claim that you can argue. Some useful strategies for beginning a thesis statement are to try explaining your paper in a single sentence. Because your paper will be constructed according to your argument, it might also help to think of your thesis statement as a mini outline of your paper. You'll have a few words as introductory information, state your claim or argument, and have a brief statement to refine and clarify your claim. You could also think of this as condensing your argument into a single statement. Thesis statements will also develop and change as you continue to write your paper, and that's totally fine. Your thesis will help you begin to organize your paper, but as you research and develop your argument, your thesis can change as part of that process. Here are examples of successful and weak thesis statements. Superman is the most iconic superhero in the world, as he is the most internationally recognized. This thesis statement is strong because the claim that the comic book character Superman is the most iconic is followed by an explanation, his international recognition. Drug use is detrimental to society because it encourages laziness. This thesis statement is weak, mainly because it is too broad in both the claim and the explanation. Drug use encompasses a wide variety of different activities, and the term lazy has many different meanings. In a lot of ways, thesis statements are also like the opening statements made by lawyers in a court trial, because lawyers often start with statements like, over the course of this trial, I will prove X, Y, and Z. So don't be afraid to specifically tell your readers what your argument is, especially because clarity is so important for a thesis statement. You don't need to prove your case with your thesis, which is for the evidence in the main part of your paper. Instead, focus on your explanation of cause and effect relating to your topic. Your thesis statement does not have to be in the last sentence of your first paragraph, although this is an appropriate spot for shorter papers. Your thesis statement should be near the end of your introduction, wherever that may be, and which for longer papers might not even be on the first page. Visit our website, linked in the description, for additional resources. U of L community members can visit the Writing Center in person or virtually. Download our handout on thesis statements. Read our Writing Frequently Asked Questions. We recommend these two related to organizing your paper around a thesis and how to formulate an argument that will help in constructing your thesis.